If you own a Tesla Powerwall, there's one number you should probably be paying attention to. Because earlier this year, I discovered that my Powerwall 2 had degraded to just over 72% capacity. The warranty guarantees 70% after 10 years. Mine hit 72% after just 6. So I called Tesla to ask what was going on. And a few weeks later, they replaced it with a Powerwall 3. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how I discovered the problem, how Tesla handled the warranty claim, how I managed to get upgraded to a Powerwall 3, and the decisions I made along the way when installing the new system. Because if you own a Powerwall, there's a good chance you're not paying attention to this number at all. For a bit of context, my system was installed in January 2020. It's a 6.6 kilowatt solar system with a 5 kilowatt Fronius Primo inverter, and originally I had it installed with a single Tesla Powerwall 2. The system worked really well for years. During summer, it would normally charge during the day and run the house for most of the night. But over time, I started noticing the battery just wasn't lasting as long as it used to. At first, I thought it might just be changed in our usage, especially since we've added some EVs since then. But I did some research online and found out there were numerous reports from other owners who'd been seeing high levels of battery degradation from a batch of Powerwall 2s manufactured in 2019. So I decided to take a closer look at my unit. The easiest way I found to monitor the degradation was using an app called NetZero. They aren't sponsoring this video, I just found their help useful. NetZero connects to the Tesla Energy API and gives you a much more detailed information about the Powerwall system. One of the things the paid version of the app shows is battery degradation. When I checked mine, it showed 27.7% degraded, which meant the battery was sitting at just 72.3% capacity. Tesla's warranty guarantees at least 70% of capacity after 10 years. Mine had reached 72% after just 6, so I decided to call Tesla support and ask the question. I made the call around 1 PM on a Tuesday afternoon. I specifically chose to call instead of emailing because I wanted to speak to someone directly and explain the situation. During the call, I explained the battery degradation I was seeing, the age of the system, and why I thought that rate of degradation was unusually high. The support agent confirmed they could remotely diagnose my battery and they checked the system while I was on the phone. They confirmed the number I was seeing, but technically the battery had not yet crossed the warranty threshold, so it couldn't be automatically approved for a replacement. Instead, they said they'd submit the case to their manager for a manual review. I was told I should hear back by the end of the day. It actually ended up taking a bit longer than that. The next morning around 11 AM, I received an email. Tesla had approved the warranty replacement. So while longer than I was advised, it was still less than 24 hours after the phone call for the replacement to be authorised. And at that point, I decided to try something. Normally Tesla does like-for-like replacements, so they'd remove a Powerwall 2 and replace it with another Powerwall 2. But I replied to the email and asked a simple question. Would it be possible to replace it with a Powerwall 3 instead? My reasoning was pretty simple. The Powerwall 3 supports expansion packs, which means you can add extra battery capacity later. It also has a higher output inverter, which would be helpful in the event of a power failure. And I thought that would make the system much more flexible in the future. Tesla said the warranty department would be entirely responsible for that decision, and then I didn't hear anything further from them. 2 days later, on Thursday morning, I received a call from TCK Solar. They were the installer Tesla had engaged to carry out the replacement. And during that call, they confirmed Tesla had approved the upgrade to a Powerwall 3. So the replacement was going to be a Powerwall 2 out, Powerwall 3 in, at no cost to me. The only thing to keep in mind is the warranty does not reset. The Powerwall 3 inherits the remaining warranty from the original system, which means mine runs out in January 2029. Still, getting upgraded to a Powerwall 3 as part of the replacement was a pretty good outcome. TCK Solar wasn't the original installer of my Powerwall 2. The company that installed the original system actually went out of business in 2022. So Tesla had to organise another certified installer to do the work. I originally thought that might further complicate the process. However, Tesla handled all of the coordination and I found it to be a very smooth process overall. And I have to say, I was really impressed with TCK Solar's service. They were easy to deal with and the installation went very smoothly. They're not sponsoring the video, I just had a good experience with them. While discussing the replacement with TCK Solar, another opportunity came up. Right now, Australia has a 30% rebate available for home batteries. Now this rebate isn't claimable on the Powerwall 3 because it's a warranty replacement, but it is claimable on the expansion packs. And because they're already coming out to replace the battery, they offered me a further discounted price if I wanted to add the expansion pack at the same time. So I decided to take advantage of that. Now ideally, I would have liked to have added all 3 expansion packs that the Powerwall 3 supports, but that's just not in my budget at the moment. So for right now I'm adding 1. That still brings the total rated system capacity up to 27 kilowatt hours. Another decision we had to make was how the new system would be installed. The Powerwall 3 supports 2 different configurations. A DC coupled system where the solar panels connect directly to the battery, or an AC coupled system where the battery sits alongside your existing inverter. In my case, we chose to keep the system AC coupled. That means I keep my Fronius Primo inverter. The main reason for that decision was future expansion. When I add more solar later, I can connect the new panels directly to the system without having to buy another inverter. At this point, TCK Solar advised that they would be in contact when my replacement Powerwall 3 and expansion unit arrived. I was given the expectation that that would be 3 to 4 weeks. 2.5 weeks later, I got a call late one afternoon advising that they had received my batteries and that due to a cancellation, they could fit me in the next morning if it suited me. It did, so I booked in the install. Installation day was actually very straightforward. The installers arrived at around 7:30 in the morning and they were finished by about 11:30. The power was only off for around 20 minutes during the changeover. They removed the Powerwall 2 and installed the Powerwall 3 and expansion pack into the same area in my garage. The existing Tesla gateway stayed in place, but they did have to replace the energy monitor because the original one wasn't compatible with the Powerwall 3. In terms of day-to-day operation, the system looks very similar in the Tesla app. The main difference is the battery icon now shows a Powerwall 3 instead of a Powerwall 2, and then there's a little ×2 down the bottom indicating that there's an expansion pack. Because my solar inverter is 5 kilowatts, the charging speed from solar hasn't really changed, but my Powerwall 3 is configured for 10 kilowatts of output, which is double what the Powerwall 2 could deliver. And the added capacity from the expansion pack means the battery now lasts significantly longer overnight. The only real limitation now is the size of my solar system. With 2 electric cars charging, I don't generate anywhere near enough energy to fully charge the batteries year round. So expanding the solar system is something I plan to do in the future. The biggest lesson I learned from this experience is pretty simple. If you own a Powerwall, it's worth keeping an eye on the battery degradation, because the Tesla app doesn't make that information obvious. If I hadn't checked it using the Net Zero app, I probably wouldn't have realised the battery was degrading faster than expected. And if I hadn't called Tesla to ask the question, this replacement probably wouldn't have happened for some time, if at all. And in the end, the process with Tesla was actually pretty smooth. The warranty replacement was approved quickly, the upgrade to a Powerwall 3 was approved, and the installation process only took a few hours. So overall, it turned out to be a really positive experience. If you found this useful, please give the video a like and hit the subscribe button. On this channel, I share practical tech projects from around my own home. Everything from home automation and networking to solar and energy systems. If you have a Powerwall yourself, I'd be interested to hear in the comments what kind of degradation you're seeing. And if you haven't watched my Home Lab infrastructure tour yet, watch that next. It'll show you what the system supports. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.